After a lot of debate, the Dallas City Council is expected to finally vote next week on possible regulations on short-term rentals like Airbnbs. Council has heard from people who have invested a lot in these rental properties and from their neighbors, homeowners who have invested a lot in their properties too. Dallas City Councilwoman Gay Donnell Willis has this summary.
I think we really like to be able to make our own decisions, and they elect a body, the city council, and we represent their voices at City Hall. And I don't necessarily think they'd want to see that go too far afield.
A couple of Democrats, a handful of Democrats did go along with this bill. It was mainly along party votes, though, party lines. Republicans in this state have long advocated for local control and decentralized government. Is this a new era?
Well, that certainly adds to the confusion because it seems like roles are getting flipped. But, you know, at City Council, we're just really focused on our community. And I have to think that around the state, other elected officials are doing the same thing at the municipal level.
Do you think that people, citizens, average folks are going to feel this kind of a change more? Because as you get elections closer and closer to you, more local, you notice the impacts of what those elected officials can do and can't do even more.
I think it's not until it personally affects them and they find that they want to be able to do something, or they have an expectation that a decision would be made at the city level and that they could contact their representative. And whenever that point starts coming up where it's like, oh, you know what, I'm so sorry, but the state took this right away from us and really away from you, the constituent. So now we have to send you to Austin to be able to deal with this problem. I don't think it's going to be met with much pleasure from the folks that I talk to all the time.
Last thing here, the motivation that was given for doing this was to get rid of what they called sort of a patchwork quilt of regulations in different Texas cities that were hurting businesses, that businesses, you know, were having trouble meeting all of these different demands in different places. And yet you see that this state is tops in business, has been for years. Firms and workers have been moving here in droves, not just this state, but, you know, Dallas, for example, has just been booming. It seems like the state economy has been exploding. So is that patchwork quilt, as they call it, of local regulations, is that in fact hurting business? Have you seen that?
You know, I guess you've got to create something like this with some sort of idea behind it, but it really feels like a straw dog. It doesn't seem like it's really real because, to your point, Dallas has been booming. We've had some really big wins over the past couple of years. And so, and then the community, the council is pro-business. We've got a lot of great decisions being made to help pave the way for business to come here and contribute to our economy, to pay their taxes, to provide jobs. And I think at the end of the day, they'd really like to be able to look their local officials eye to eye and share their hopes and their needs and their desires and work together. At least that's been my experience. So I don't think we need that meddling to help us achieve any more. In fact, kind of get out of our way. I mean, we're doing a really good job.
We'll see how this turns out if and when the governor does sign that paper. Dallas City Councilwoman Gay Donnell Willis, thank you so much for weighing in on this.
You bet. Thank you.